staff members and students. A very good afternoon to one and all present over here. And it's a great honor to welcome you all for today's technical session. Now I'm going to happy to welcome Mr. S. Gobinath, Assistant Professor, Senior Grade, Department of Triple E from Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, going to address session 1 on the title Innovation Validation, Converting Innovation into a Startup. Sir.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Audible. You can continue.
Okay. Yeah, okay, sir. So once again, thank you for management of Dr. Ahmadi Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. So once again, I welcome all the participants for this particular session on the behalf of Institution Innovation Council. We are organizing this particular session on the title of Innovation Validation. So I'm Gopinath. Now I am going to share my slide. Visible? My presentation is visible?
Sir, not yet, sir.
Not yet. Wait. Share. Now,
Hello. Hello.
hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Sir, it's not audible.
Sir, yes, sir. That's audible, sir.
Sir, now okay, sir. Now okay. Continue, sir.
I share my slides. Your mic, sir. Can you able to project that? Here it's showing error for sharing the screen. I have mailed my slide. Mail ID HOD is CSC at Danish.in. Madam, Yeah. Now my screen is visible. I hope it is visible.
Sir, visible, sir, visible.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I'll continue this.
Okay, sir.
So sorry for the participants. It take a little bit time for sharing the screen. Okay. So once again, I'll welcome you all for the this particular session on the topic of innovation validation as a part of Institution Innovation Council. I'm Gopinath, working from Dr. NGB Institute of Technology. So this topic it deals about in-depth, yeah, converting innovation into startup. So nowadays, being engineers, you have so many ideas in yourself. So if you are going for the next step of idea, we are going to design some prototype model, or we are going to design some application as a mobile app or some other computer application. Once you are done it, how you convert that particular your idea or innovation into a business, which means that into a company. So that is my main topic on today's first session. And remaining two more sessions, some professors they are going to share about the process in-depth details about the creating of innovation into startup and then market fit and business analysis. Okay. So I'm directly going to the slides. Start from the basic innovation. So the basic innovation, which means that in previous eras, like in before 20 centuries, we are meaning as it is a combination of invention plus application. So innovation is nothing but you have to create some idea. So in your society, you are facing some real-time problems. You have to think it and then create some solutions for that real-time problem. For that, you have to create some application. It is like it may be a hardware product, or it may be an application of mobile users, or it may be a computer specific application. So that is in previous 20 centuries, we are terming innovation as a part of invention plus application. So for example, we are saying one innovation is a ceiling fan. Okay, so for whenever we are facing a heat in your room, we are using that particular fan. It creates a wind flow in your room. So by use of that fan, we are getting a cool air or something, your floating air inside your room. But nowadays, as a trend has changed in 21st century, so the innovation is a process of it is creating your idea and then execution and then the benefit of users. The same example, conventionally we used ceiling fan for past 50 years. So whenever you feel hot in your room, we are using the ceiling fan for getting your air circulation. But at presently, from 2015 onwards, we are hearing advanced fans like energy efficient ceiling fans. So what is the purpose of that? So conventionally, we use so many products that products are nowadays it is not fit for the market, which means that you have to recreate some process in that particular product. So the energy efficient fan, what is the outcome? In the ceiling fans, which we are using a power consumption is up to maybe 70 watts or 80 watts something. But nowadays, energy efficient fan, it consumes a power rating of 30 watts to 40 watts. So in your home, you have n number of electronics items, so like refrigerators, televisions, air conditioner. So nowadays, all the hardware items it has certain ratings. Whenever you are going to purchase a new product, it has listed as rating star, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So which means that indirectly, these are all the devices which consumes less energy. So the same thing in your application. Conventionally we are seeing so many hardwares in around your environment. So if you want to recreate it, you have to come up with some idea. So that idea should be benefit for the society. So in previous era, in the past life, innovation is just invention plus application. You are designing one prototype, that's it. That is commercially selling in the market. But nowadays the trend has changed. The same product you can able to implement in different way. That is a functionalities of innovation in 21st century. It starts from your problem statement. You have to identify the problem first. Once you get the problem, you have to narrate the idea for that particular problem. Okay. The process flow, steps, involvement, all those things you have to derive. Then you can go for the execution for designing the prototype. Finally, we have to analyze the benefits. So what are the customers they are going to utilize this product? This and all you have to think it before starting your idea or your product. Then it is picture representation, it says about the idea, the thinking idea is very simple. As icebergs, if you are going in the seas, we are seeing visibly icebergs are like a mountains or small ice cubes in the above the sea level. But indirectly, what it means that unknowingly the height of icebergs in depth seas, we are unable to see it. The same in the innovation also. So you are thinking one problem and idea creation is very simple. But if you're going for the implementation process, it has several procedures or you have to face so many obstacles. So before starting your idea, you have to create all the process step. Then only when you are going for your startup or you are going to create a product, you are going to told in previous slide. So in previous years, the innovations are it is creating new product. But nowadays, what is the in 20 years we are using water purifiers for getting a pure water. But nowadays, what is the need of that? We need a water purifier with very low cost. So the utilization of water purifier everywhere in the buildings or in the shopping areas. So we are investing more money on that. And then the drinking water also inlet and outlet piping cleaning process also we have to take in care. But in future we have to analyze in what way we can able to create the same water purifier with a low cost and quality of water it is generating. The same thing, there so many government initiatives they are asking for converting your seawater into drinkable water. So you have to get the ideas or you have to search some magazines or some other journals for narrating that particular problem statement. The another picture it is shows about the car or your four-wheel vehicles. So conventionally, we are using a four-wheel vehicle with the help of petrol and diesel oil. So with the help of petrol engine and diesel engine, we are using the four-wheel vehicle. But nowadays, in 21st centuries onwards, we are speaking about EV and hybrid vehicle. So hybrid vehicle means we are doing some small changes in your vehicle. With the help of motor, we can able to run your car, or with the help of some solar panel, you can turn on and turn off AC inside your car. So, but EV is a separate one. So it is an electric vehicle. The power is stored in the battery. So from the battery, we are connecting to your motor. So once you are pressing acceleration, based on the acceleration, your motor giving the power to your car. But nearly after independence, nearly 1947 onwards, we are start using four wheel in our India. So up to the global statistical data up to 2021, we are using 30 crores of four wheel vehicles like cars, buses, lorries, trucks. Nearly 30 crores. Can you able to change all those vehicles into EV within a period of 10 years? That's not at all possible. Again, it is a main problem. So what is your thinking is should be already you are having so many hardwares. Some changes, if you have done it, it gives a more efficient performance. That is also be considered as new idea. Okay, so EV is a new era for the vehicles. That is a separate stream. But conventionally in India, we are running nearly 30 crores of vehicles. So you have to come up with some idea how to improve your fuel efficiency performance. Or in hybrid models, if you're adding some other functionalities, it gives a more mileage. So that are all the innovation it needs for the upcoming years. So, for example, our Prime Minister has initiated one thing in the petrol. Okay? So, the last 3 months back, he announced we are going to mix 10% ethanol in your petrol. So, what is that? Already we are consuming 100% petrol for your engine when you are riding vehicle, but it has certain pre-processing process. Additionally, if you're adding 10% ethanol, so ethanol is we are taking from in India itself. It gives the opportunity to reduce the oil from different countries. We are expecting more dependency of oil from Arab countries and Russia. So when you are getting 100% crude oil from that countries, you can add one more 10 percentage as ethanol. So suppose we are finding 90% of crude oil along with 10% of ethanol. It reduces the you are getting vendors from the outside country. So these are all certain ideas in government is expecting from the students. So the next slide it states about creating your idea. Whenever you start creating your own idea, you have to check with your problem statement. So problem statement, you have to see your natural way or your uh, specific domain wise. So you have to check your problem statement first, your idea starting point. Then you have to find the need. So what are all the benefits from the idea you are expecting, or what are all the customers they are expecting that particular product. That is you have to identify. Then, with the help of that particular product, in what way the quality of life has to be improved. So, as told, a example, ceiling fan we conventionally used for 50 years, but nowadays we are getting energy efficient ceiling fan. It reduces your power consumption, but the output is also same. So you should not compromise in your output. So that is also you have to think it. So these are all certain images. It represents how to create your own idea, how to formulate that idea into a existing model or into a prototype. These are all the some steps you have to follow. So when you are choosing your product, you have to check the value for product, develop the business model of the product, and then identify the user of your products. These are all like a topology. When you are speaking about the innovations, it is classified into four things of innovation model. So it starts from business model. One example is Google. They are running as a business for different platforms like Chrome browser to YouTube videos and then some other portfolios. Then product offering is nothing but it is a product one, like your biscuit manufacturing companies or your uh, commercially if you're getting groceries, and companies are under the categories of product and offering. Then the third one is process, which means that they are having the process of hardware equipments. All your generating of vehicles, it is coming under the classification of process. The last one is customer experience. It is like seeing movie in the malls, theaters, that and all. It comes under the category of customer experience. So the innovation you can choose from anything. So it may be a business model, it may be a product, it may be a process, or it may be a customer experience. Okay. This is quad statements like having good idea is not same as having a business plan. So as a young mind, we can think something, but when we are going to implement that, the business model is the main thing. You have to a proper business model, then only you can implement your idea in the society. So as a one example, I'll show this. A creating of coffee shop. So we know that every teenagers we are like coffee or tea. It is a cool idea only. So after your graduation, if you want to create something, your coffee shop. It is so easy nature. We are getting a lot of raw materials in around our state, and then we are getting this particular opportunity to create it. But if the same, if you're creating into chain of coffee shops, then what are all your problem statements you have to identify? Or your business model flow. You have to think and do it. So this is a one statement I'm just showing. So when you are going for chain of coffee shops, you have to check for land acquisition. If you're giving for some franchise, you have to check the franchise terms and policies conditions. And then brand, you have to create your brand name, logos, all those things. Then pricing strategies, marketing strategies, fund flow, capacity of utilization, facilities of management, HR policies, finance policies, trainings of staff members, and then your vendors. So these are all the things you have to do before starting any franchise or supply chain of your product. So the creating one is very easy, but if you're continuing the 1 to 10, that leads a maximum efforts. It's all small codes which is taken from the resources. The idea means it's nothing, but implementation is everything. So what it means indirectly. So creating your own ideas, it is quite simple. Whenever you are seeing any real-time problem in around your environment, we can come up with some solution. So, but the implementation of ideas, everything. So you have to put your own efforts for implementing that particular ideas. So this is another typical layers of innovation. When we are going for business model, it has certain layers. It starts from value, supply chain, and target of your customer. You have to identify. When you are going for technology-based support, so you have to promoting your products and services, technology use, and enabling the technologies. So this is about the innovation 6 layers. So now, as a one thing I have taken as a best example, when you are having any idea, if you're converting that idea into business, these are all the things you have to work it out. So first you need to write the concept, then what it will be take to delivery, where you are going to deliver your concept, that is you have to identify. Then team require. As a single person, we can't do everything. So once you are having your idea, you can to form your team. Okay, so then what is the size of opportunities? So what is the customer need for that particular product? Or your in your own place, what are all the requirements are there? You have to identify. Then you have to list the advantages and disadvantages, like pros and cons of your product. Then you have to financial model. Then your land acquisition, risk factors you have to identify. Whenever you are starting a new thing, you have to analyze the tricks, risk factor also. Finally, funding. So these are all the things you have to work it out. Then it is helpful why we are speaking nowadays innovation and entrepreneurship development because of the national education policy. It is derived from our Union Cabinet of India in the month of July 2020. So through this only we are taking engineering education into next level. So the government is expecting the same. So what are all the benefits from the NEP 2020 is it is a portfolio that is developed for improving your elementary education from higher education. So the policies it is decimating from 2021 onwards. The government has expected the transformation of education should be achieved by 2040. Okay, so this education policies nowadays we are following in our curriculums. So what is specifically for higher education? So we are pursuing engineering degree. We comes under the higher education policies. So the higher education policies it leaves the education must form the basics of knowledge of creation and innovation. So your curriculum it needs to knowledge your particular domain and it needs to create your own innovation. Then that is to be contributing to the growth of national economy. So that is a expectation from the government. So that's why the government has taken a lot of initiatives about the innovations and entrepreneurs. So the cell has formed the IIC cell. So they are conducting so many events for giving the awareness about your entrepreneurship ideas. So this innovation, what does it means that the indexing of Indian innovation is it is very low compared to all other countries as a statistical data. So we are at presently in 2017 and 18 as a statistical data. Apart from all other countries, we have slightly decreased in that value. So that's why the government has a lot of initiatives which is taken place. Okay. So when you are going further, this is a design step. I have certain examples for following this design step when you are going to have an idea. So what are all the things you need to do? So the first one is you have to narrate your idea. You have to take at least one paper and pencil, or you can use some software tools. Writing your abstract. So once your abstract is done, we are going for the components. So that is nothing but design proposal. What are all the components it is We are going to design the hardware, or you can release some mobile application. Then after that, once your product is disseminated in the commercial market, you have to get the feedback. It is a loop of chain. Once your product is released, you're not to be ideal. Again, you have to rework, collecting the feedback from the different customers. You have to rework it. Any disadvantages or any lags are there, you have to redesign your product. That's why everywhere when we are purchasing some applications or downloading from the Play Store, the new versions are coming out. So that they are regularly working on the particular applications, collecting the feedback, then they are releasing the new one. So these are all the things you have to check it out for going your startup. So where this six, the startup will comes under the category in the design proposal. I'll show this slide. This is one example for sketches. When you are having a water bottle, it has certain caps. For that caps also, you have a number of thinking abilities you have to improve. So the cap structures, you see several images. It shows the what type of cap structure is suitable for this water bottle. So when you are taking your water bottle, what is the structure is needed. So same as this hair trimming, then your watch, the stylishness of your watch, and then the shapes of your watch. It is taken from the basic sketches. Then we are going for the design proposal. Once your sketch or abstract is ready, then we are going for the introduction or your writing chapter in your project report. Same as design proposal. When you are doing your design proposal, at the time itself, you have to think about the startup perspectivity. So, Indian government, they are providing more opportunities for startups at recent years. So, when you are having your own ideas, you have to narrate that particular ideas and then derive the business model. Then it is to be taken as a startup perspective. What is a startup? So which means that it has certain requirements you have to meet it, and then practically you have to achieve that particular product. Then feasibility of that product you have to analyze in budget. So these are all the primarily you have to check when you are going for startup. As a simple images, it gives the better understanding. So it is a conventionally using of plant in your pods. Some apartments are higher buildings. We are using this particular thing. So, what is the innovation from this? And what are some changes you can do it from this particular picture? So, if you're living in fourth floor of any apartments, if you want to grow a gardening, you can get the part from the different vendors, and then you'll put the soils, and then put the seeds, and then daily, if you're watering, it will grow. But sometimes this is like we are using in the outside your windows, slabs, or somewhere in your in wet places also we are doing this. But any cases, if we are doing certain cooling or the maximum air is pushed on this particular part, it is a chances of fell down. So a small innovation, it is taken from some company, they are designed this particular part. You can see it is a safety one. So if you're having a part, it is a structure of in between as a whole. So you can climbing into any rods or some other places, it won't fall. So that's it. So already I told, conventionally we have a number of ceiling fans. But from 2015 onwards, they released a new title of energy efficient ceiling fan. Same as your idea, it may be a new one. This is a new one idea. It is done by 1960s or 1970s. But in 2010, they come up with the extra solution for that idea. So it is, yeah, example. Then another example, conventionally we are using keyboards, like it consists of alphabets and then numbers. As a typewriter, he's continuously typing the keys in the keyboard. He'll get the pain in the wrist bones. So what is the solution for this? Yes, some companies they are giving solution for this particular type of keyboard. They are designed the economic keyboard. So this is a split up keyboard. Likely it is attachable and detachable keyboards. So in between your keys, the separation from number 6 and 7. So in your keys, it has the number at the top from 1 to 0. So they are splitting the keyboard from the between 6 and 7. So you can detach. When you're feeling your hand is very pain, you can detach and then place it left hand to left side keyboard, right hand to right side keyboard, and then type. So once you have done all the work, you can join the two keyboard. It will join. Same as the so many products are there in the market. Economical mouses are there. So based on your hand size. So conventional mouses we are using some bigger mouses are there, or very smaller mouses are there. Economical mouses are based on your thumb finger and middle finger and forefinger. It gives the flexibility of moving. You can check your some online platform like Flipkart and Amazon. You will get this type of products. Then economic chairs are there based on your spinal cord. They are providing a comfortable chair for individual persons. So these are all the innovations that's needed in the upcoming years. As a young engineer, you have to create a new one. That is also good. But if you're seeing some existing hardware, you want to modify something, that is also an acceptable one. So I'll quickly revise. The startup deals about the creating of your own company. So the government it has providing several facilities of creating a startup. We are running out of time, so I'm going a little bit fast. Okay, so the startup it has certain stages. One is formation, validation, and scaling. So validation and scaling, which is continued by next session. So you have two more sessions. So I'm taking only for formation. So the formation is as a best example I showed it here is Big Bazaar. We well know it is a supply chain of hypermarket. This is the example. Yeah. So how you are creating your startup registration in online? The government has providing the facility for that. You can Google it, Startup India. So you will get the link for website of startupindia.gov.in. Okay, it is a government initiative website. So this startup, if you want to go to that, you have to register your company. So many procedures are there. Okay, so you have to see the document. Or else, if you want to gain the knowledge first, they are providing a number of programs. You can see the tab. It shows the Startup India programs. So every month, the government they are uh, conducting the programs in different platforms. Once you are free, just go and Google it. Startupindia.gov.in, or you can directly go to Startup India programs. Whenever you get the free time, try to participate in this particular events. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for your patient listening. Then I'll thank the management and faculty members of Danish Ahmad Institute of Technology for giving this opportunity and sharing my knowledge in the title of Converting Innovation into Startup. If you have any queries, you can interact. Sir, you are not audible, sir. Kindly unmute mic.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable information.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now I am happy to welcome Mr. S. Vigneshwaran, sir, Senior Grade, Department of BME from Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College, Coimbatore, going to address session 2 on the title Prototype Validation Converting Innovation into a Startup.
Good afternoon, sir. I am audible.
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Okay. So thank you for accepting my presentation on the prototype validation, converting innovation into a startup. So last session we have seen startup validation and how it will be converted into a business model or on this startup company. So what is innovation? I start with different as continuing session from the last session. So, what is innovation? Innovation can be defined as a process that involves multiple activities to uncover new ways to do things. So, innovation is nothing but a mixing of two things, two different things. You will get on a new output or new result. So it should not be confused with creation, since this can be defined as the act of making, inventing, or producing something new to this world. So already existing one, you want to fix the new one, then you will have one creation or one innovation. However, the new innovation can be realized with creativity. Okay. So in that innovation, we have these seven processes. One is the idea, process, development, inspiration, creativity, vision, and growth. Okay. So what is idea? So idea is nothing but transform into a practical reality. Okay. And then what is the process? So it is a series of set of activities that interact to produce a result. So it may be occur only once or recurrent or continuously periodic process. Okay. And what is development? So you can take our mobile phone as an example of innovation. So before 10 or 15 years, we have only Nokia button phone. So in that no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, no touch screen, that features. But idea came from Android or iPhone. They were developed a certain process and developed so much of Android research. So at first they came with a cake cup model level 3 Android 1.5. Then at last they came from Uncomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop, and at now we are in the red velvet cake Android level 13, and it is 13.0. Okay, so that is a development and creativity. Okay, and what is inspiration? So it is the act or power of expressing a elevating or stimulating feelings upon the emotions. Okay, so the activity, even though you are using only one in your laptop, please convert it into a prototype. Though for only not for a grades or marks, you will be doing evaluation and pay money and get output and show the result to the examiners and get a pass mark. So even you having a simple idea that will be a prototype or even a software model, you want to form a group and don't restrict to only to your group. So as I have an example, biomedical is only a one biomedical student can not able to create a software. So that you will want a CSE or IT for data science or artificial intelligence like that. Then for a PC based students want to do some PCB design or controller applications like that. Then mechanical want to fabrication. So these four students jointly can make an innovation and make a prototype model and develop into a startup. Okay. And nowadays, why you are interested in entrepreneurship? The students will have a, I have a technological breakthrough, I have an idea, good, innovative idea, and I have a passion to become a entrepreneur. Okay. As like last lesson start told, India needs more entrepreneurs. So only Startup India scheme has been introduced before 7 years. Okay, before 7 years, there is no Smart India Hackathon programs will be organized. So nowadays you are seeing many colleges are going for Smart India Hackathon. So Smart India Hackathon concept is also for developing this set of startup companies, new ideas development and innovative ideas want to recognize it, and they will give fund by using the idea is really good. Technological business incubator will examine that idea and prototype will be manufactured and it will be delivered for a market. In comes to the innovation, there is four types of innovation. Okay, before going to startup, I want to uh, explain you what are the four types of innovation that is more important. Breakthrough innovation, basic research innovation, sustaining innovation, and disruptive innovation. Okay, so what is breakthrough innovation? So example for breakthrough innovation is making a new discovery for curing a disease. So example for COVID-19, Covaxin, Covishield, the Sputnik V has been a breakthrough innovation. That is new thing coming to into your world. Okay, well, when you bring something new to the world, it is developing something that as no one else has been done before. So it should be really original, something that could not have been possible. Okay, so that is breakthrough innovation. Second one is what is descriptive innovation. So descriptive innovation is process by which a smaller company usually with fewer resources. Okay, no? So example for descriptive innovation is Amazon. So Amazon launched as an online platform as a bookstore in the mid of 1990s. Okay, no? Now what all by we have ordering only in to Amazon or Flipkart only. Okay, no? And descriptive innovation is create a new market and value network so that the innovation eventually disrupts an existing market and value network. An important note that is while the concept of descriptive technology widely used is innovation descriptive. Well, it is more concept because few technologies are instinctively descriptive. Okay? That describes a process where a smaller company with fewer resources is able to successfully challenge established business. And another example for descriptive is, innovation is Apple introduced iPod. Okay, well, in that company we are using by using iPod we are downloading digital music easily. Okay, well, this is business model that integrated hardware as well as software and also service with low profit. Okay, well, and third one is a sustained innovation. So what is sustained innovation? So it means already existing one. Okay, by making a small changes or small technology updates, it will be a sustainable innovation. Okay, so these are the types of innovation. Basic research is where we are doing a academic partnership journals and conference that type. Okay, next when we go enter the startup. What is a startup? It's a so these four steps continuous process is called startup. One thing first one is a new business model, innovation, technology. These forms a new startup. As Savin told, uh, startup having a website, you please go to uh, the same startup refers to a company first service base. Okay, no? Even you have a placement placement team in your college, even though you are not having given a good placement, you can have a startup company. Okay, but before please ensure you have a good idea. That idea is made into good prototype model. I think it could be examined in the incubation center, technology, TBA, and that it will be provided good output, good sample of prototype model, which is innovatively that will be funded by a government of India. Okay, well, that is a startup meaning. Startup are founded by a one or more entrepreneurs. Okay, well, you and your friend already your senior once you develop a product or service which they give, there is a demand. So that is a business model. So what is a demand in the market? Already existing ones now, you will have a only 1 plus 10 11th company. But you are the first company to launch a such a product or such a technology. Huh? You are the first company. So buyers are all the people will buy your product. So that is a Startup India is a flagship initiative of the Government of India. It intendedly to build a strong ecosystem okay, for nurture the students of young minds, innovation and startup in the country. Okay, so it is a main objective of the India that has an action plan of a concept of innovation that will be changed into prototype packages. Okay, so these are the startup reality, five important steps. Okay, before five essential elements you want to uh, have in your hand or in your mind. First thing is the idea, team and execution. That was I already said. Team not only by your department or your programs team. You will have a mixed number of coding so that you will have a more ideas into one particular solution okay, for one particular statement, problem statement. And next that will be developed into business model. Okay, and then it will be given a funding and that is a timing for your product development. Okay, what is business startup? You think both are same, but Big Bazaar comes under business and Flipkart.com comes under startup. Okay, so Big Bazaar is that is not online platform; it is offline platform. All over India, there are 350 stores are available in India. So it values on only 2,000 crores. Okay, it was founded in the year 2001. So Flipkart was founded by engineers. Six warehouses are only in India and valuation up to 98,000 crores. So founded in 2007. So for business model, is a Big Brother is an example. For the startup model, Flipkart.com is another one of the examples. Swiggy, Zomato is a example for a startup. So India need more entrepreneurs. That was Institution Innovation Council is formed in your institution so that these webinars and seminars are conducted. So please don't take these seminars or webinars but are not only for certificates or something class cancelling like it. Please take these tips and please uh, do some mini project, even it is hardware or software, convert it into a prototype with the help of your faculty members or the help of your seniors or mixed group of your students combining uh, coding coding department and electronics and whether all departments. Okay, so why you are limiting yourself to your own domain? Okay, so these are the examples. Some took the initiative to work outside their domain. Okay, so I am a biomedical student. I want to work only in a Philips or Siemens. So I am a mechanical engineer. I want to only work in a associate and LLT. So I am a computer science student. I want to work only in the CTS or TCS. So don't limit yourself to your own domain. Please come out of that. Uh, Talk to your other department students, other department faculty. If you have a good idea, uh, I have an idea, but I don't know how uh, deliberate it to output as a prototype. Have some faculty feedback. Okay. So one of the sources of income, how innovation comes only from you have a industry and market changes, demographic changes, new knowledge, okay, unaccepted occurrence. Okay, consider first and earliest sources of innovation. Okay, so these are the entrepreneurs will have. Why you want to become an entrepreneur? They will have six genuine reasons. So what are they? Their creativity does not fit the corporate environment. They want a lifestyle that is not bound to 9 to 5. So if you go to any CPs or any company, 9 to 5 or even makes it now 10 to 6, that is not they won't like. They are passionate about learning new things and having their ideas are unconventional. Okay, they want to do new things and also they want to in this field. Okay, so this is the generation gap. So first image shows the businessman of more than the 19 in the years 1980. Lococo. Okay. So and businessman is today you know Mark Zuckerberg is a founder of here Facebook. So these images shows. So if you wearing a coat suit, tie, shoes, lunch, it will be sit yourself because you won't accept other ideas, you won't see other what are input can be. But wearing this type of dresses, you will have accept your other even the friends ideas, other department students giving ideas, others your faculty giving feedback about your prototype. Like that. So it's all about your mindset. So please don't think that I am inexperienced, I am overconfident, works not traditionally, I having less marks better than. You want to be a great planner, work smartly, want to make quick decisions, risk taking capabilities. Even if that project is failing model, you want to take risk and think out of the box. Okay, okay. Now we are coming into our main topic prototyping. So what is prototyping? So prototype means so it is a yearly sample, okay, or a model that will be released for a product build. So even we are having a new films now, they will release a teaser, okay, that is a new example of that. We have a school movie. We are seeing it as a teaser. Okay, again a trailer. That is one type of a prototype, video prototyping. That is an example for video prototype. So what is original? The definition of a prototype is the original model. That is the first model of a new robot. Can you take example of a robot? So that is a prototype model. Okay, and the prototype is a functional, not fine. It is not be a final version also of a product. Okay, so that can be used for testing or solicit feedback and to introduce to investors before officially launching to a wide market. Okay, so there are 10 types of prototyping. Like last session, you have water can model. Okay, like you having a different capsule, different darling materials like that. So you can do like sketches and diagrams, 3D printing, rapid model, physical model, wireframes, okay, role play through virtual or augmented reality, feasibility. So these are the types of prototyping. And there are three types of prototyping. Okay? So one is iterative prototyping, parallel, competitive, and rapid. Okay. So these different methods of prototyping produce varying models. So first of all, this is a flowchart and a steps in prototype model. Okay. First you want a design. Okay. Whether it is a high-end model or small thing, you want a design. Okay. So design you want to convert it to a prototype and then you want to evaluate. If evaluate it is not okay, again you want to redesign and then that is the prototype and it is done. Okay. So this is prototyping. Okay, before this, what is prototype? I already told you to design. It can be any one of the following. Okay, sketches, storyboard, PowerPoint slideshow, video generating of a system, okay, or a drawing of some images. Okay, so these four goals prototype enables evolution. Uh, these four steps provides a successful prototyping. One is exploring requirement. In this exploring requirement, you want to analyze the market. Okay, what are the participating playing? What are the uh, components you are using for your idea or your innovation? That should be prototype. And choosing among alternatives. Okay, for that you are taking the critical features